life. Living the life. Living the life. Living the life. Living the life.
Well, imagine that you're one of the 250,000 people who are involved in road traffic collisions every year. You are unconscious and not breathing. There is a very strong chance that no one around will have the basic skills required to provide emergency first aid. Now, our first guest of the evening is a nurse and mother who understands the importance of immediate and appropriate first aid in a medical emergency. Founding First Aid for Life emerged where she was shocked to discover a huge variance in the quality of first aid training providers. Here to talk us about the importance of first aid training, please welcome Emma Hammett to the show. Welcome to Living the Life.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, Emma. Now, you're a first aid trainer, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So I imagine on a day-to-day basis, you're teaching people how to administer first aid. What's the most common thing that people need first aid for?
Choking. I think that's the thing that people worry about most. And fortunately, it's something that we can help with. So the majority of the time, it's quite rare to have a fatality following choking. Sadly, there was one high-profile case recently, but generally it's something that if you're calm and collected and you know what to do, that you can get in there and you can help.
I suppose that's the key thing, right? Being calm and collective, because it's just one of those things where the natural human instinct is to panic, right?
Yes.
Someone's choking or something's happening to them, you know, you're just going to panic station, right?
And if you're panicking and they can't breathe, then that's going to make it worse, isn't it? So they will pick up on your panic and it will make it harder for them. The same if they're seriously ill and they're going into shock. The calmer you are, the calmer they will be, and the better it is for them. So it's about equipping yourself with the skills and the confidence so that if something happens, you know what to do.
Now, this is, I mean, choking, it sounds trivial in a way. You know, choking, it's something, it's not probably what's on people's minds when they think about what they might need first aid for. But it's a really common thing. Actually, 900 people a year choke to their deaths, and 2,500 asphyxiate from blocked airways. So this is quite a common affliction. And what's the most... I mean, we'll go into detail later, but as a first aider, I mean, when you talk to people who want to learn more about dealing with this, is it quite straightforward?
Yes, dealing with choking is pretty straightforward. I'll take you through it later. And it's obviously sort of choking with little ones and parents when they're starting to wean their children that they're worrying about choking. But we'll cover things like heart attacks as well, if you'd like to, so that, you know, again, that's a concern for people. What would you do if somebody was in front of you looking seriously unwell? How would you help them? Because, yes, everyone says, well, I'll phone for an ambulance, but it might be a while before the ambulance arrives. And what are you going to do whilst you're waiting for the ambulance?
Now, I want to get straight back into this because it's interesting. We've got the kids, right? Now, it's different to give CPR from an adult to a child. Emma, how do you give CPR to a child?
OK, well, whereas we said with adults that they have 3 to 4 minutes worth of oxygenated blood in their system, babies and children don't have that. So babies and children will need rescue breaths first to re-oxygenate them. So you would tilt the head, just to horizontal for a baby.
Just to horizontal.
Just to horizontal. Obviously, ideally, you wouldn't be doing this on your lap, but for the purpose of today, you would. So on a firm surface, normally, on the floor is best. And horizontal, and their little lungs are the size of a tea bag. So a puff of your cheeks in. They're clean and ready to go. So put your mouth over their mouth and nose and do a puff in to them. So just and you'll see the chest rise. Go for it. Do 5 quick breaths.
Well.
Go 5 quick breaths in.
5 quick breaths in. OK, cool. All right.
We're manipulating the baby as we move him around.
Do 5 quick breaths. And the chest should rise. But again, ideally, you would be going down to them. And then for a baby, you would do 2 thumbs or 2 fingers, centre of the chest, and you're pushing down by 1/3 of the depth.
So
at same rate.
Like this?
Yeah, harder.
Much harder?
Much harder. Because again, you want to squish down. OK? 30 compressions to 2 breaths.
Because obviously there's a bit of a... Or is that just because of the windpipe that we...
Not quite like that, but yes. And don't forget, always on a firm surface. For a child, you would be using the heel of your hand. Again, you'd start with 5 breaths, tilt the head, lift the chin, hold the nose, 5 breaths in, the chest will rise each time, and the heel of your hand over the top, and you push down by a third of the depth.
Wow.
Okay, and again, 120 beats per minute, 30, and then back to 2 breaths, 30 to 2, 30 to 2, 32. You've got an ambulance on the way, and you keep going for as long as you can.
Okay.
I know we're running low on time, and you wanted me to show you
Just
the defib.
as quick as you can. That'd be
Quickly
great.
as I can. I would love to come back if ever you want to.
Oh, we'd love to have you learn a little bit more.
Okay.
So, defibrillators.
Fibrillator.
Fibrillator.
Your heart is fibrillating, which means it's quivering.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what's happening. And what the defib does is it doesn't jump-start the heart like jump-starting a car. It stops it.
Okay.
So it stops it
Yeah.
so that your backup system, the heart has got so many backups, the backup system kicks into place.
Right.
So that's what it's doing. It's saying, stop quivering around. Let's get it back. Let's get it working again.
Okay.
So on TV, you watch it and they've got the little trace going along and then it gets to beep and then they put the defib on.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you've got to still, you've got nothing. Okay? So you switch it on. It tells you what to do. You apply the pads.
Oh, so it's just a stick-on pad.
Stick-on pad, stick it on. If they're very hairy, you might want to just take off the excess. Okay? Stick them on, and all the time, you are doing your compressions. So you're doing your compressions as you go.
Apply pads.
You stick it on, okay? I'm still doing my compressions.
It's interesting, you put one pad on the side. I just thought both would go
You've got
on
the
the
chest, the shock's going across the heart. Your heart is here,
Ah, right.
okay? So it's saying stop.
And then that would give
Shock advised.
So it's saying that they're in ventricular fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia, which are shockable rhythms.
Yeah.
If they weren't, you would carry on doing CPR. So it will only let you shock if they need it. They go, stand clear, push the button, they would jump,
Paused.
And that's it.
Start CPR.
Start CPR.
straight back again. 30 compressions to 2 breaths.
Living the life. Living the life. Living the life. Living the life. Living the life.